Hey, everybody. Hi. Oops, let me get some volume here. It's going to be a little, you can maybe hear some echo because the room is empty. But I wanted to come to you live. I promised I would come yesterday. I'm telling you, I'm all the way across the other side of the world, and the days are giving me a hard time. No excuses. But what I'll do tonight, we want to talk today, your day, my night. I want to talk about authenticity. How real are you on social media? Have you been really like who you are on social media? Just like who you are wherever you're a business owner, but have you been presenting the real you here on social media? So I want to make sure I got enough volume. So I'll talk about that a little bit tonight. Today, wherever you are in the big blue marble. So if you're going to be joining me live, let me know where you're joining me from. And if you're going to be watching the replay, let me know where you're watching from because authenticity, making sure I can pronounce the word correctly. Authenticity is important in business. We want to be real. We want to be truthful. We want to just be you on social media. Can be anybody else. Find your own voice. Don't fake it. Just be you. You will find your tribe. So I want to talk about a little bit about that tonight, or where you are today at the time of this video. It is nighttime where I am. And so if we have not met before, my name is Yvette Carell, and I come to you live in this community every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yes, my days are a little off, but nevertheless, I'm here. So I talk social media strategies, tips, and tools. We talk about how we can maintain and grow our business online, getting leads and sales and the tips and the strategies and all of that. But behind all of that is you. How authentic are you on social media? Are you faking it before you make it? I hear that all the time, but you got to decide. If you're going to be authentic, you're going to be real for your tribe, if you're going to be real for your clients, if you're going to be the real you, are you the real deal? All right. So, what are we going to talk about tonight in reference to you being authentic, you being the real deal? Folks said, "What you see is what you get," huh? But we're doing business, so we have got to be very, very mindful of the people that we want to do business with. Okay. So, on social media, we are all here doing business marketing online. So, my first suggestion, as I have learned along the way, is to develop your own personality. Who are you? Present yourself as who you are. Now, my name is Yvette Carell, and I'm here just another marketer online. I'm using social media strategies and the tips and the tools to grow my business online, to get leads, to get sales. Yes, it's tough, it's rough, it's a journey. Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's easy, but nevertheless, so I'm gonna tell you, sometimes some days are like crazy, some days are like, okay, I can breathe, some days I can't even find my feet because it is, sometimes days I feel overwhelmed. So, who am I? I'm just a normal person doing a normal, extraordinary things here online, okay? Excuse me. So develop your own personality. Let people know who you are. People talk about the real and raw and vulnerable person. Now, it's never always great. Some days are just like you have flipped the switch. Never always great. We're going to talk about those times too. Times when we have failed, times when things are not working well, times when it's just not adding up. It's not that coming together. You did whatever you could do, you tried, and you've done everything, and it's just not happening. Let's talk about those days too, because that's a part of the journey. Yeah. So develop your own personality, whoever you are. Yes, I have my grays. Yeah, those are my natural highlights. That's me. It's just me. Yeah, so I can't change that. No matter how hard I try, yes, I can diet and whatever, but they're gonna come back anyway. But that's not the personality we're talking about. The inner person, the loyalty, the truthfulness, your posture, your you know, your ability or your willingness to help others, and all of that, the leadership. And those are the things we're talking about here on social media, because we desire to help folks, right? We desire to help them through their pain, get them on their road to success and all of that good stuff. So you've got to have some emotional intelligence, because some people are going to be off the wall. Some people are going to be off the chain. You got to deal with that too. So it's a lot of stuff. It's the leadership skills, it's emotional intelligence, it's the tolerance, it's the ability to handle conflicts, all of that. How are you going to do that? So you've got to be grounded and know who you are before you want to take it on, right? Got to know who you are, what you're capable of. How will you deal with certain things? So a lot of times we have to learn new skills. We have to or build upon the skills that we have, or grow ourselves some more. And personal development is a MUST, must. We must develop ourselves personally to handle these things that we are going to be faced with later on down the road, because we will be faced with them. You know why? Because we are dealing with others. We are dealing with people, and everybody is a unique individual, and their uniqueness might rub you the wrong way, or might be happy. You might be happy with that. You never know. But we have to be ready to embrace and to lead and to do all the things that we need to do to keep everybody have an experience of a win-win situation. So who are you? Tell people who you are. Tell people who you are. Tell your story. Tell your story. Um, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story, multiplicity of stories that I would call it. I tell people I could write an encyclopedia, like so many different volumes of my story, of my journey, since as far as I can remember growing up, and the things that happened along the way, whether it's in elementary school, whether it's in secondary school I went to, whether it's in high school, whether it's college again, whether it's in college again, whether it's when I was doing my bachelor's degree, when I was doing my master's degree, when I was doing all kind of personal development and administrative courses. Those are just educational. So what about the times when you and the other siblings used to play in the yard? We used to play um, what we call baseball. We used to play, and you spin that. We used to skip. All those little extracurricular activities that we used to do after school to keep ourselves together. Those are some of the things. There's times after dinner when you sit and you talk all kind of smack. Just everything. You give jokes. All those are part of the journey. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about the time when teacher whipped your butt in school, or put you in the corner, give you timeout, because you didn't do the homework, or we have to. That's all a part of the journey. Everything that happened on the journey has molded us thus far, has molded me right here. I'm sitting in front of you right here, and this very day in October, right? And has made me to be what I am today. Failures, successes, losses, and just disappointment, and just anger and depression and anxiety, all of that on the journey has brought me to this point. And now, how about you? I know that you have a story as well. So we got to tell people who we are, because it's never always perfect, only appears to be. It appears to be perfect, but it's never always perfect. Sometimes we feel fearful, sometimes we feel joyful, sometimes we feel anxiety, sometimes we are so depressed, sometimes we just like we're going to go crazy, sometimes we feel like we're going to lose our mind, sometimes we feel lonely. All of that, different times in our lives we have different experiences. On the emotional side, we can talk about the professional side, we can talk about the social side. Yes, we went to the parties, we went to the club, we went to the football game, all of that. We can talk so many different stories. Choose something, share with your audience, yeah, so they can see that you're human, so they can see that, you just didn't drop from sky and you just fall on the face of the earth. No, you were born in a little means, wherever you were born, and you grew up, and you went to school without shoes, or you went to school with one pair of shoes, or what happened, didn't have enough clothes, money, no money for lunch money, and, was hard to keep paying the rent, all of that. Yes. Tell your story. So, how are you going to be authentic you on social media for your audience, for your tribe? Because you want to attract you. You want to attract your tribe. You want to attract the people that resonate with your mess. You want to attract the people that resonate with your mess so they can enjoy the success. They can say, okay, well, you're just like me. That happened to me. Yes, yes, things were hard, but I persevered. Yes, things were bad. Yeah. So you are now forming that bond and that relationship with those persons, all right, for the most part. And now they can be like, okay, well, you did it, I can do it too. I always hear that saying when I used to go to this high school, I forget the lower schools, and they always say, if you can do it, I can do it. To never actually grasp the meaning of that in the real way. People, we float words all the time. We say things all the time, and we really, never put it in context and put the right meaning to it. But if you can do it, I can do it. If you look into that statement really, really careful, really, really well, you can pull out so much. If you can do it, I can do it. Okay, yeah, might be under different circumstances. However, the potential and the ability that you have to endure, because you don't know how I did it if I don't tell you, and I don't know how you did it if you don't tell me. But we're going to say that, oh, if you can do it, I can do it. Now, when I tell you these circumstances that I had to go through to do this particular thing or to get out on the other side, are you going to be willing to do that? Yeah. So we say these things, we float these words all the time, but when we put it down into context and put the real meaning to it, sometimes we really should not say that. We really should think about it before we say them. Because if you're going to tell me, if you can do it, I can do it. Yep. What if I tell you my journey? What if I share with you what happened on the journey? Are you going to be willing to do those things? It might not be all that bad. It doesn't matter. But we have to be careful how we want to adopt another person's, fame, and be like all that, be, be try to be someone else than who we are, right? But we don't know about the person's situation. They talk about we said we see the glory, but we don't know the story. Yes. And you will have a story for yourself. That person has a story for themselves. But if they don't give you the nuts and bolts and the little nitty gritty, you never know. So what I'm actually saying here is nothing is wrong with saying that if you can do it, I can do it, but we have to be ready. If that person said, okay, you ready? This is what I had to do. That is what I had to do. That is what I had to do. Are you willing? So develop your own personality here online, your own personality. Be you, be authentic, you here online. That's when you're going to attract your tribe. That's when your tribe will be attracted to you. That's when you start to build relationships, form, people will follow you because now they say, oh, yeah, I really see that what she went through or what he went through, yeah, I'm on that journey. And if they can persevere and survive, I think they can happen for me. So I just stopped by here tonight real quick to share with you. I know it's my night, it's your day, that authenticity on social media is very, very important. And we need to try to develop that for ourselves, finding our own voice, form your own personality. Don't want to try to be like that person because you don't know how that person got to where they are. And it's easy to fall. You know, I remember this story, people earlier on in my entrepreneurship career, they say, fake it till you make it. You know, borrow somebody else's story. But when you borrow somebody else's story, you want to give credit to that person. Because I'm telling you, my friends, if folks don't tell you some of the things that are happening to them on their journey in entrepreneurship or just even in life, you have no idea. Some things that when I talk to folks, and I'm not the only one, I'm sure you too. People are have a journey, and if you want to be like them, you have to be willing to take up the cross and follow that journey, and in some kind of way. It is perseverance. You have to be relentless. You have to want to do it, and so there are some prerequisites in saying, oh yeah, if you can do it, I can do it too. So we got to watch that line, okay? All right, my friends, so wherever you are at the time of this video, it's night where I am, it's day might be where you are, or maybe the next morning. I want you to think about your authenticity. Be authentic here in social media. Share your journey. Share your truth. Share your your the real you. Okay, and yeah, then you find your own voice. People will resonate with your mess, and they'll follow into your success. Okay, they'll see, yep, you had to go through something, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. But life is a journey, and so is business. Nothing is overnight. If it's overnight, it's overnight, my friend. Success, if it's overnight, it's just overnight. So I want you to continue to follow me here at Yvette Guerrero online and go to my website, yvetteguerrero.com/AMF-book and collect your ebook. I want you to have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, I believe. Yes, on Monday for Monday's Mindset. Remember now that I'm on a different time zone. So if I miss the day, never mind. I'll soon be back on track. So love you guys. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.